Have you ever accidentally stepped on your cat's tail in the middle of the night, felt that wave of pure soul-crushing guilt, and desperately tried to explain in English that you are sorry, only for your cat to stare at you with the judgment of 1,000 suns? Or maybe you have noticed that after a particularly spicy zoomy session where your cat knocked over your favorite vase, they suddenly become surprisingly affectionate, rubbing against your shins as if they are trying to butter you up. It makes you wonder, do cats actually feel bad when they mess up? Do they have a secret way of saying I am sorry that we are just totally missing because we are looking for human words instead of feline body language? The truth is, the way cats handle conflict and reconciliation is one of the most fascinating aspects of their social lives. They don't have a word for sorry, but they have an entire vocabulary of gestures, scents, and sounds designed to restore the peace and bring you back into their good graces. Today, we are going to dive deep into the secret world of feline apologies. We are going to look at the subtle signs your cat is trying to make amends. And just as importantly, we are going to teach you the exact, science-backed way to apologize to your cat so they actually understand and forgive you. If you want to master the art of the feline olive branch and fix those awkward moments with your furry best friend, let us get straight into the hidden language of cat apologies. To understand how a cat apologizes, we first have to understand their social structure. Unlike dogs who are pack animals and have very obvious subordinate behaviors to avoid conflict, cats are solitary hunters who evolved to be self-sufficient. In the wild, a fight can result in an injury that prevents hunting, which is a massive problem. Because of this, cats are actually masters of conflict avoidance. An apology in the cat world isn't about saying I was wrong and you were right. It is about saying the tension between us is making me uncomfortable, and I would like to go back to being friends now. It is a peace offering, a way to reset the social atmosphere of your home. When your cat apologizes, they are essentially trying to bridge the gap and ensure that the bond of trust between you hasn't been permanently damaged. One of the most common ways a cat apologizes to a human is through the power of scent marking, specifically through a behavior known as bunting. You know that move where your cat trots up to you and bumps their forehead or the side of their face against your leg or your hand? This is not just a plea for pets. Your cat has scent glands on their cheeks, forehead, and chin that release pheromones. By rubbing these onto you, they are marking you as part of their safe territory. If you have just had a disagreement, maybe you yelled because they jumped on the counter, or you had to put them in the carrier for a vet visit, this bunting is a way of reclaiming you. They are saying you are my person, and I want us to smell the same again. Sharing scent is the ultimate sign of feline reconciliation. It is their way of literally wrapping you in a blanket of familiar smell to wash away the stress of the conflict. The second major sign of a cat apology is the slow blink. If you are sitting across the room from your cat and they catch your eye, and then slowly, deliberately close and open their eyes while looking at you, congratulations, you have just received a feline peace treaty. In the animal kingdom, staring is a sign of aggression or a challenge. By closing their eyes in your presence, your cat is showing incredible vulnerability. They are telling you I trust you not to harm me while I am not looking. It is a way of lowering the temperature in the room. If things have been a bit tense, the slow blink is your cat's way of saying I am not a threat. And I know you aren't one either. Can we be cool again? It is one of the most profound displays of affection and apology a cat can offer. Another classic apology move is the tail wrap. Imagine you are sitting on the couch and your cat jumps up, walks past you, and as they do, they gently curl the tip of their tail around your arm or your leg. This is the feline equivalent of a gentle hand on the shoulder. Cats use their tails to communicate a massive range of emotions, but a soft curling tail wrap is almost always a gesture of affiliation and comfort. If your cat feels that they have upset you, they might use this physical touch to test the waters. They are checking to see if you will respond positively to their presence. It is a very subtle, very sweet way of checking in and saying, are we okay? I still want to be near you. Have you ever noticed your cat following you from room to room after a scuffle, but staying just out of reach? This is what experts call social shadowing. Even if the cat isn't ready for a full-on cuddle, their desire to be in your vicinity is a sign of attachment. They are essentially lingering in your orbit to show that they still want to be part of your life. If they were truly done with you, they would disappear under the bed or into a high perch for hours. But if they are sitting just 3 feet away, watching you wash the dishes or fold laundry after you've had a little spat, they are extending an olive branch. They are waiting for a sign from you that the coast is clear and that the friendship is back on track. Now we have to talk about the chirps and trills. Cats have a special vocalization that isn't quite a meow and isn't quite a purr. It is a short, upbeat little sound that sounds like a question. Often, cats use this to greet their kittens or their favorite humans. If your cat approaches you with a little purp sound after a moment of tension, they are using a friendly, non-threatening vocalization to break the ice. It is an inquisitive sound, a way of asking, "Hey, we're good, right?" It is very hard to stay annoyed at a cat when they are making those adorable little activation sounds. And that is exactly what they are counting on. They are using their natural charm to dissolve your frustration. Speaking of purring, we can't ignore the purr as a tool for apology. Most people think a purr always means a cat is happy. But cats also purr to soothe themselves and the others around them. If you have just accidentally stepped on a paw and your cat starts purring while you are petting them and saying sorry, they might be doing it to lower their own heart rate and yours. It is a healing frequency. By purring during a reconciliation, the cat is actively trying to reduce the stress in the environment. They are being the bigger person and taking the initiative to create a calming atmosphere so both of you can move past the incident. But what about when things go the other way? What do you do when you are the one who messed up? Maybe you were gone all day and forgot to fill the food bowl on time. Or you had to give them a bath. Or you dropped a loud pan and scared the whiskers off them. How do you apologize to a cat in a way that truly resonates with their feline brain? Simply saying sorry. Sorry. Fluffy doesn't work. You have to speak their language. The first step in a human-to-cat apology is giving them space. This sounds counterintuitive to us because as humans we want to hug and kiss someone we've upset. But to a cat, an apology that starts with a giant human lunging at them to grab them is actually terrifying. It feels like a second attack. If you have scared your cat, the best thing you can do is back off. Sit on the floor nearby, but don't look directly at them. Allow them to be the one who decides when the interaction begins. By lowering your physical stature and giving them an exit route, you are showing them that you respect their boundaries. This is the foundation of feline forgiveness. Once you are sitting on the floor, it is time for the slow blink. This is your most powerful tool. Look toward your cat, not a direct, unblinking stare, but a soft gaze, and perform that slow 3-second blink. By doing this, you are sending a clear signal of peace. You are telling the cat that you are not a threat, and that you are sorry for whatever caused the ruckus. If your cat blinks back, you have just been forgiven. It is a beautiful, silent moment of connection that bridges the species gap instantly. The next step is the finger offer. Instead of reaching out to pet the top of their head, which can be an intimidating gesture, simply extend one finger toward them, about 6 inches away from their nose. This is the feline equivalent of a handshake. It allows the cat to come forward and sniff your scent. If they rub their cheek against your finger, they are accepting your apology and marking you once again as a friend. If they just sniff and walk away, they aren't quite ready yet. And that is okay. Respect their timeline. Forcing affection is the fastest way to ruin a reconciliation. Physical touch is also a major part of saying sorry, but you have to do it right. If your cat has accepted your finger offer, move to the sweet spots. Most cats love being scratched under the chin, behind the ears, or at the base of the tail where their scent glands are concentrated. Avoid the belly, as that is a high vulnerability area that might make them feel defensive again. By petting them in their favorite spots, you are providing a positive sensory experience that overrides the negative memory of the mistake. It is like replacing a bad review with a 5-star one in their internal brain database. Now let's talk about the power of the high-value peace offering. Yes, we are talking about treats, but not just any treats. If you have really messed up, you need the good stuff, the wet treats in a tube, a little bit of plain cooked chicken, or some high-quality tuna. Food is one of the primary ways cats bond with each other and with us. By providing a delicious snack, you are creating a positive association with your presence. You are proving that you are a provider of good things, not just the person who accidentally closed the door on their tail. It's hard for a cat to stay grumpy when their mouth is full of something delicious. One of the most important things to remember about apologizing to a cat is consistency. If the environment in your home is generally calm and predictable, your cat will be much more likely to forgive a one-time accident. If you accidentally startle them or step on them, they will see it as an anomaly in an otherwise safe relationship. However, if the home is loud and stressful, a small mistake can feel like a much bigger deal. Being a consistent, calm presence in your cat's life is the best way to ensure that apologies are accepted quickly and easily. We also have to consider the time factor. Humans tend to hold grudges, but cats generally live in the present. They don't spend hours thinking about how mean you were 3 years ago. If you provide a sincere apology through body language and treats right after the incident, Most cats will reset their mood within a few minutes. If a cat stays hidden for a long time, it is usually because they are still feeling a physical lingering of the stress hormones, not because they are plotting revenge. Be patient and let those hormones dissipate. When they are ready to come out, greet them with a soft voice and a slow blink. Interestingly, play is also a fantastic way to apologize. If you have been ignoring your cat all day because you were busy with work and they are looking a bit dejected, grab a wand toy. Engaging their hunting instinct is the ultimate way to bond. When you play with your cat, you are speaking to the core of their being. It builds confidence and lets them blow off steam. A good 15-minute play session can erase a whole day of neglect in a cat's mind. It shows them that they are still an important part of your life and that you value their company. We should also mention the concept of the bribe versus the apology. A bribe is giving a treat to stop a bad behavior. An apology is giving a treat to mend a relationship after you have already stopped the bad behavior. For example, if your cat is scratching the couch and you give them a treat to move, you are actually training them to scratch the couch for snacks. But if you accidentally scared them and then give them a treat once they have calmed down and approached you, that is an apology. Timing is everything in the feline world. Let's dive a bit deeper into the science of the feline purr during an apology. Recent studies have shown that the frequency of a cat's purr, usually between 25 and 150 Hz, has actual healing properties. It can improve bone density and speed up the healing of tendons and muscles. When a cat purrs after a conflict, they are literally using a biological tool to fix the situation. If you are the one apologizing, try speaking in a low, soothing tone that mimics the vibration of a purr. Research shows that cats are more responsive to high-pitched, sing-songy voices or low, vibrating tones than they are to loud, abrupt speaking. Your voice is a tool for reconciliation. Is it possible for a cat to give a fake apology? Some owners swear their cats are master manipulators. You might see a cat knock a glass off the table and then immediately go into a cute, belly-showing roll. This is often called the flop. While it might look like an apology, it is more often a deflection. The cat knows that when they act cute, you stop being mad. This is a learned behavior. They have figured out that certain poses result in pets and praise instead of scolding. While it's not exactly a heartfelt apology in the human sense, it shows that the cat is highly attuned to your emotions and is using their toolkit to keep the relationship stable. They are smart enough to know how to manage their humans. What about the apology gift? We've all heard stories of cats bringing a toy or a leaf to their owner after a trip to the vet. While some believe this is a direct apology, animal behaviorists suggest it is more of an affiliative gesture. The cat is sharing a resource with you to solidify the bond. If your cat brings you their favorite stuffed mouse after you've had a disagreement, accept it with enthusiasm. Thank them in a soft voice and maybe even play with the toy for a minute. By acknowledging the gift, you are confirming that the peace offering has been received and the relationship is secure. One thing we should avoid when apologizing to a cat is picking them up against their will to force a hug. To us, a hug is a sign of love. To a cat, being restrained is a sign of being captured by a predator. If you've already upset them, picking them up will only make things worse. Instead, try the sit and wait method. Sit on the floor, look at your phone or a book, and just be there. Eventually, curiosity will get the better of the cat. When they approach and sniff you, they are giving you their seal of approval. Letting the cat have the final say in the interaction is the most respectful thing a human can do. Communication with a cat is a two-way street that requires a lot of listening with your eyes. Pay attention to their ears and tails. If their ears are flattened or their tail is lashing, they are not ready for an apology. If their ears are forward and their tail is held high with a little hook at the end, the questions mark tail. They are open to interaction. Reading these signs prevents you from apologizing at the wrong time and causing more stress. Feline social etiquette is all about timing and subtlety. It is also worth noting that different cats have different apology styles based on their personalities. A confident cat might walk right up and headbutt you. A shy cat might just sit in the same room as you but stay in a high spot. An older cat might just give you a single slow blink from across the room. Learning the specific nuances of your cat's personality is what makes your bond so special. You start to recognize their unique brand of sorry. Maybe it's a specific chirp, or the way they choose to sleep at the foot of your bed instead of in their own. These are all signs of a healthy, forgiving relationship. Why does any of this matter? Because a strong bond with a cat is built on a foundation of mutual respect and trust. When we learn how to navigate the inevitable bumps in the road, we make our cats feel more secure in our homes. A cat who knows their owner understands their language is a cat who is less likely to develop stress-related health issues or behavioral problems. Reconciliation is just as important in the animal world as it is in ours. It creates a sense of belonging and safety. I want you to think about the last time you felt like your cat was mad at you. Maybe you were late with dinner, or you moved the furniture around. You turn every interaction into an opportunity for connection. Even the mistakes become a way to show your cat that you care about their feelings. There is a beautiful simplicity to the feline apology. It doesn't involve long explanations or excuses. It is just a series of small, honest gestures that say, I am here, you are here, and I want everything to be okay. It is a reminder that even though we look and speak differently, our emotions are not that far apart. We both want to feel safe, we both want to feel loved, and we both want to know that one mistake doesn't mean the end of a friendship. The next time you hear that telltale crash from the kitchen, or you accidentally bump into your kitty in the dark, don't just feel guilty. Use it as a moment to practice your feline. Perform the slow blink, offer the treat, and respect the space. You will find that your cat is incredibly gracious and willing to move forward. They are the masters of the fresh start. Being a cat owner is a journey of constant learning. As we head into 2026 and our lives get more and more high-tech, these ancient rituals of scent marking and eye contact remain the most important things we can do for our pets. No app or smart toy can replace a sincere, body language-based apology. Our cats keep us grounded in the physical world, and their way of making amends is a lesson in presence and sincerity. I want to encourage you to be a more mindful cat parent. Pay attention to the subtle shift in the air after a conflict. Watch how your cat watches you. Notice the first time they decide to purr or rub against you after a stressful event. These are the building blocks of a friendship that can last for 20 years. By honoring their language, you are honoring the animal they are, rather than trying to turn them into a tiny, furry human. The mystery of the cat apology is really just the mystery of the cat itself. A blend of grace, instinct, and a deep, quiet affection. They don't need fancy words. They just need to know that the scent of the home is familiar and that their chosen human is a safe place to land. When you master the art of the feline apology, you unlock a deeper level of companionship that few people truly get to experience. You become a partner in their world, not just a bystander. So the next time your cat knocks over your water glass, look for the bunting and the tail wrap. And the next time you have to do something they hate, like trim their claws, be ready with the chicken and the slow blink. Your relationship will be stronger for it. A well-placed apology is the secret ingredient in a happy feline household. After all, we all make mistakes, but not all of us can look as cute as a cat does while making them. Thank you for spending this time to learn about the beautiful and complex world of cat communication. Our feline friends give us so much joy, and learning how to say sorry is the least we can do to return the favor. Keep watching those tails, keep blinking slowly, and keep cherishing every little perp that comes your way. Your cat knows you are trying, and in the end, that intent is what they feel the most. Have a wonderful day with your furry companions, and may your home always be filled with the sound of happy purrs and the sight of curling tails. As a final thought, remember that forgiveness isn't just for cats. We can learn a lot from them about letting go of the day's frustrations. Like a cat, once the apology is accepted, let it go. That is the feline way, and it is a pretty good way for humans to live too. Cheers to your happy, harmonious cat home.